Friday Night Live. What's going on, guys? More tool roll-ups. Tiger Stripe Orange. Shotgun cards. Tiger Stripe dual stacked mag pouches. Woodland Fupas. Black Fupas. Highlander roll-up dump pouches. More Star Wars bags. 6x6 blacks with flat pockets. I think we have those going in multicam black also. More Star Wars bags. More of these. More Star Wars bags over here. Toiletry bags. Coyote Fupas. Not sure what these are. More padded hearing protection cases. 500 IV pouches. And on and on. What's everybody doing this weekend? Anything good? Looks like we have some random cop rigs. 12 gauge. Lance, Bob Keary, Paul, you, Kevin. Angie, hello. Feed is a little choppy, huh? 5x5. Ed, what's up? D8, what's up? Ken, how are you? Anybody get orders this week? Anybody receive mail this week? DG, what's up? Jason, how are you? Reptile show in Nashville at the fairgrounds, Jason. Reptile and plant show. I've never seen this show before. It's a different show. I've never seen it before. We have one hell of a promo going on right now. If you guys are looking for something, if you want something, need something, crazy promo going right now. If you're on text or email, you're well aware of it. Typhon Red Day Pack is screaming. They're nice. It is so nice. I can't believe they're sitting here. We ran, I think we did 12 of them, and they sold out like in minutes. We oversold them. So we ran 6 more, and we have 3 here. 4 maybe. They've been here for a long time. Super nice. What's bigger, mystery bag or large tool bag? Volume wise, I'm not sure. Are you trying to figure out what the mystery bag is? Is that why you're asking, or do you have them? New church, working on kitchen. Sarah starts her new job. Right on. What is Sarah's new job? And plants. Yeah, I assume it's like exotic plants, you know. But looking and scrolling back through their past shows, there's a lot of fucking plants. But you know how everybody's building out those beautiful little terrariums with the steam and the little like broken cityscape landscapes and stuff? DH, you got your mystery box. What do you think of it? Do you think you got your money's worth? Are you very pleased with it? What will you use it for? Office assistant law firm, right on. We picked the winners for the April giveaway today. There's a video up there already. Want one of the old wood frame tube TVs? Yeah, me too. I say that all the time. I like the old bubble eye TVs. I've seen people put fish tanks in them or make fish tanks. That is a lot of stuff with 6 rounds. That is a lot of stuff. Yeah, we've been kicking out making tons of product. Any medium large clothes bags? Very few. We're running everything right now though, so I'd say order what you want. We got a ton of stuff running. With 6 rounds. Oh, we don't need good luck. I know that's like a closing statement, but we've been doing this 35 years. I don't know if this is the first time you've been here or if you're aware of the company or not. Mystery expensive. What color, Vance? None of the Typhon ones have been made. First time here. So what you're seeing here is we manufacture everything you see here. We built everything in this building, and we build it on these SOE machines back here. I started this company out of San Diego 35 years ago. And now we live in Middle Tennessee, pretty middle of nowhere. And we have a little homestead, 10 acres. And we do lots of different kinds of content. I've got over 6,500 videos on this channel now. And we do, I don't know, there's 20 different video series. We do a couple podcasts. Order 10 extra malice clips, couple orders back. Gonna need more for the 6. Yeah, you will. You will. You can lock it in every other one, but the proper way to do it's every column. Custom. No, we don't. Yes, we ship to Canada all the time. DS Tactical used to be one of my larger dealers. I shut my entire dealer program down probably 10 years ago. And yes, we ship to Canada every single day. We ship to Canada. Custom? No, we don't really do much custom stuff. I do custom stuff. It's usually 2 to 3 times over whatever my retail is. And I only do it for existing customers. I don't do any one-off brand new customer stuff. Yeah, we ship anywhere you can receive United States mail. And 99% of the time when a dude says, hey, I want something custom, we've already done it. Six rounds. I do this live almost every night. Most of the people that jump on here, we actually know each other in real life. We do different events here, different parties and stuff. And most of the people on the video, they run businesses of some sort. So a lot of us do business together. I'm gonna replace my children when they grow up with a green anaconda. Yeah, you should totally have a green anaconda. You remember you saw the green anaconda I had, right? Amanda wants a retic. The last retics we had, some of the last snakes that I bought came from Vital Exotics. And they have some awesome shit. And that was 10 years ago, probably. So who knows what they're breeding now with retics now. What's a 6x12 mystery bag add-on pouch look like? How do you know about it? Is there not a picture on there? Is there? That's a real question. Do we not have a photo of it? Any place he could have seen it? Very pleased, Mr. Bag. Like Velcro inside for the mesh. Yep, you can put 2 small mesh pockets or 1 large mesh pocket. Yeah, I want one too, but I'm going to get a big ass snake again. I'm getting an anaconda. Get another building. You need a snake room building. The anaconda could just have the whole room. Radio, what's up? No photo on website. Haven't watched the build video. Got it. Got it. Here, I'll show you. It looks just like a 6x6, but it's 6x12. It does not have pocket or pals on the front because it's so big. Velcro liner inside front and back walls so you can index things inside with magazine cards. One of my most obscure items. Ooh, I don't know. Kiri, what's my most obscure items? I have a child's autopsy table, which is very rare. I have my eye on a black porcelain autopsy table just because I've never seen a black one. This is the 6x12. What's the most obscure item I have? I have a live midget.
Really? Really? That's good to know.
Throwing shot put. That's cool. So when my tax assessor flies around over my property, she calls the cops because she thinks I have a grow house. Just so that when there is no snow or ice load on the roof and when the electricity bill is higher than normal shops around, I need you to be able to say it's not a weed operation. If you're ever going to raid the place, don't break my shit down. Come get me and I will open the door and show you. And they're like, we don't want to go in there. There's snakes. I go, I understand you don't like snakes. I need you guys to be able to say, I have been in that building. It's full of snakes. Freeze-dried dog heart, that's cool. Have you seen the dog hearts they pull out that have heartworms in them? They put them in, they put them in formalin in a jar, in a wet specimen. Glass and metal table upstairs. Jefferson desk, masks. So much. The witch is probably the most obscure item. Amanda says the witch. Got to start building checks. Tune back right on. Would you guys consider making a strap for the pump on a Mossberg Shockwave, or would it be worth it? I don't know. I'll look. Scully was supposed to be here today with a Shockwave. I'll look closer at it and see what that takes. I need to get some king snakes to go after the mice and the timber rattlesnake. Why don't you just catch king snakes and let them go on your place? Where are you located? How did you literally start a successful business from scratch? Well, I mean, just take something you like to do and figure out how to sell that, and then just keep selling it. Build the best product that you can, improve the product, and nowadays it's easier than ever because of social media. Like when we started out, we had to physically go to a gun show or a trade show. You had to shake hands, look people in the eye, and sell them something. We sold them something we didn't even have. We took deposits, we took payments, and then had to deliver the product. And then when people found out about us and wanted to buy something, they'd have to send us a check. And there was many times when I would take a check to my bank and they'd put like a fucking 2-week hold on it, right? Well, I needed that money for materials. That happened a lot. Randall, what up? Typhon Red Day. Oh, you're going to love it. Chris, what's up, Chris? Minnesota. Blue indigo. Yeah, blue indigos are great, but you're not going to have those in Minnesota. Is the 6x12 tall enough for an M4 mag? The mag is 7, but it looks like it might fit. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's find out. Could you put 2 walls of them in there? I don't know. Could you put a single of them in there? Probably so. Close to home, right on. Cool to have a few rounds on the shot. Oh, I see what you're after. I see what you're trying to do there. Let's see. I can't hold this here. Let's do it this way. Can you see it? Okay. It'll more than zip. I think you can do it with 2 rows. So you could put 4 on the back wall, 4 on the front wall. It's a little, now it's just because of how I'm holding it. I think you could totally do it. I think you could do it and have plenty of room. Oh, well, look here. Right. There we go. So back wall, straight vertical, and you still have all this footprint in between, right? If we stretch them all the way out, the bag goes pretty fat. The bag will, because it's material, right? Here's the seam, but the bag will go out another inch. So while it's 7 by 12, I think, on the footprint, but side to side, I think we're at 3.5, same as on the 6 by 6. But because it's not limited by the sidewall being 6 inches here, it's actually 12. You can overstuff that pouch a lot. Vlogs, what is your product, bud? Chris, you coming to the party? You have CAD Pat, ordered Pelter wrap, and it was an option. I do have some CAD Pat, and if you're asking if I have a CAD Pat Pelter wrap, I had a few. Yeah, here's some. Bring the cats in? Fuck no, I'll never get rid of them. They're great, man. They're outside. They're perfect. They love it. So Dee found the car she wants at one of Frenchie's dealerships. So he's going to transfer. Nice. I told you that. Nice. Buying her first car at Porsche dealership. Good. Good for her. What's your favorite sauce from Thunder Hills? All of them are good. I just had 2, well, a couple hours ago. I had 2 big pieces of sourdough just so that I could put the strawberry preserves on it. There's my sourdough knife. There's the sourdough. There's the over half a stick of butter I put on there. And here is the preserves right here. That jar is almost empty. Cutting sourdough, yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? I have some more kittens. You know, you have kittens, Chris? We got 4 here. They're so fucking cute, man. Like, you can't not like giggle when you see them. I put them in the feed house and let them out. And then I have the door open, but they've not come out of the feed house yet. Unfiltered maple syrup. Holy shit. Sure, I have some ideas written down, but why would I announce before license? You're not going to make it, Vlogs. Like, you're not going to make it. You kind of sound like a dick, actually. I don't know what your shit was about last night. But if getting your shit licensed and like, if you can't figure out how to portray and tell, like, you're asking me to fucking give you goddamn business advice and you, like, your go-to is why would I say that? If that's your concern, you're not going to fucking make it in business, dude. And you might be a super cool dude, but you just rub me like a fucking prick, man. You're an employee, buddy. You should go get a job. Vlogs. That sounds like video logs. Do you do video logs? I seem to recall asking you this like several times before. Clearly one of us runs a business. You ask the question of how to fucking do a business. I say, what are you doing? And you're like, why would I announce it? Like, I'm gonna steal your fucking idea. If you can't fucking come up with some way to say what you're doing without somebody fucking infringing on your area, you ain't gonna make it. Favorite chest rig? The one that'll carry what you need to carry, right? So you're probably not gonna put on a full-blown 8-mag stack chest rig or NSW chest rig when you're just stepping out the back door, with a rifle just to work around your property. You're probably going to run a 4-mag, a stacked mag, or a micro, because the micro, you can put a couple bottles of water, you can put some clippers and shit in there. They're just tools. That's literally what it comes down to. If you're carrying a shotgun, AKM4 micro is probably not the one to carry, right? If you're carrying just a shotgun out the door, then you want the shotgun rig. That's a cop rig. You can take your inside cards out, run 3 mags, and still shotgun, right? Because you come out of the police car, you don't know what the situation is. Are you carrying a long gun or are you carrying a shotgun? Plus, it has dedicated medical. But the real answer is, what's your favorite tool? That's what these are. They're just a tool to help you do the job you need to do at the time you need to do it. I know that's not really what you're asking, but that is the real answer. Kermode Bear. Dude, I was just thinking about you the other day, and I thought, man, I have not seen him on a video in a long, long time. One of the morning videos, I saw you comment on bears, and I was just thinking about you earlier this week. I'm glad to see that you are here and everything is good for you, man. Or I hope everything's good for you. Stupid question, but could I use 20 gauge shells in the 12? You can. They're a little bit loose, though. Yes, you can do it. People do it all the time in class. They're a little loose, though. Micro for around home. Jungle rig. Yeah. Like, are we walking distance? Do we have to carry a lot of shit? Are we carrying a large rucksack? Or are we just carrying a day pack, right? Because that's going to dictate how you set your stuff up too. Bear did a fucking great video this morning, actually. I think it was this morning I was watching it. And he said, if we're at Midwest preparedness right now, I think it was Midwest he was talking about, and the United States gets bombed with nuclear bombs, right? And he talks about decision trees, right? Like a choose your own adventure book. If this, then that is what I say. And he talks about, how he's going to get home. Are we driving or are we walking? How far are we walking? How many people? How much load? And that's a great video. You guys should all listen to that video this morning he did. But that's it. Mission dictates equipment. And you can try to have bare minimum equipment, but what you're going to find is it's not the best for all missions. Most dudes are not going to be assaulters, right? You're not going to be doing hostage rescue. You're not going to be doing 2 or 3 man clearing drills, because inevitably everybody's getting shot in that situation if you do it enough times. The armor, right? In a situation where you and I are running this kit, we don't have air evacuation. We don't have medical support. You don't have a ranger platoon or 2 with you. You don't have special boats for delivery. You don't have SOAR. You don't have 1/60th, right? So the job you and I will do is very different. A lot of those boxes are unchecked from our equipment list. You and I, we don't need rebreathers. We don't need mixed gas rigs. We're probably not doing halo, hey-ho, stuff like that, right? You and I will probably have some ropes, some assault harnesses, some, steep angle rescue equipment, shit like that. But we're not running, skydive gear. Yeah, why get bare minimum? Why get bare minimum when you could have a stomp? Because you can't fucking move fast enough with the stomp. 30 minutes walking and you're starving. Sounds like you need to fatten up for the winter, bro. Dory's final test, mass casualty event. She put a tourniquet on a 68W so tight the edges cut him. Dude was like, holy shit. That's cool, man. That's cool. You mentioned once about having socks for the rest of your life. So I went through my preps. I have enough socks for 10 years. I had a kid. I like him very much. His name is Nathan. And I say kid, he's a grown-ass man. And he had this belief that he's going to have 365 pairs of socks. And he's going to have a box, basically a box with 365 pairs of socks. And he's going to have an empty equal-sized box beside it. And every day he's going to wear one pair of socks. And at the end of that day, he's going to put it in that other empty box. And then he doesn't have to do laundry as often. And he has socks covered for at least 10 years, right? Because you can wear each pair of those socks 10 times. But we all know it's more than that. And that is a lifetime of socks. And I'm like, explain this to me. I think I had him on a podcast about it. And it made perfect sense when he went and explained it. I laughed when Scully said he was wearing Woodland when he went to Iraq. I was like, yep, I wore Woodland. Yeah, that's the point, man. He's like, that's the thing about the Marine Corps is they're gonna do a ton of shit super quick with old antiquated equipment and not gonna have the equipment that they need. Whereas Big Army, it takes them longer to get there because they're gonna ask a bunch of questions, right? The Marine Corps, you're like, hey, get your gear, we're leaving. They never say, where are we going? They just have all their shit and they go because they're going to do the job no matter the equipment. CR123 card said holds 20 gauges. Yes, it does. Yeah. You could have bought Bitcoin over socks. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. I told him to buy Bitcoin. I bet he doesn't have any. Physical conditioning associated with all those high-speed activities. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. The fucking physical therapist and the chemicals and just everything, man. Every now and then you hear about steroids in the military. Guys, for the last fucking 20 years, there's been a dude attached to those platoons that administers the anabolic fucking program and peptides. SEALs, Marine, Woodland, and British and other coalition forces were in desert camos looking as stupid. Paula, how are you? Little over 4 Bitcoin, bought low, 40,000. Good for you, man. And plus your advice was a little novice. Hey, Vlogs, you're fucking banned here. Fucking idiot. Go start your channel. When you have some advice to offer me, fucking hit me up. Let me know when you've made your first fucking $1 million. That should be this year, by the way. So hit me up in January. We'll compare fucking bank accounts. But you don't comment here anymore. That account's burned. You're gone. Hitting oil platforms 2020. It's dark. Why we need desert shit? I'd rather steroid use than fuck yeah. Who wants to watch fucking baseball without fucking anabolics? Do you recommend a container for storing drinking water for the family? I've been buying cases, but it doesn't seem good enough for long-term storage. Mike, be aware of bottled water. And I say this as a dude who has fucking cases of bottled water. But most of your bottled water comes from a municipal water district. That means you can turn your fucking sink on and put water in containers and have the same water. That water is almost always fluoridated that you buy in those bottles of water. It's chlorinated, chloramine, bromine. It's got all the nasty in it. It also means it won't grow anything. No bacteria is going to grow in that water because it has those chemicals. Now, how much water do you need? They tell you need 1 gallon a day. Some people say 3. You need 7 gallons a day if you're going to bathe and wash and fucking do all the other shit, right? You're going to be somewhat camping comfortable with 7 gallons. You'll hear a lot of numbers that are way lower than that. Most of that's people that don't want to have to think about carrying water. The larger the volume container you buy, the cheaper it costs per gallon to store the water. I'm going to show you a couple of options right here. These are Reliance water containers. You buy them at Walmart. They hold 7 gallons. They're very convenient because you can set them on your sink, and they have this spout built into them. So you can just turn this on and off and water will run out of this container. See, there's actually water in these. And then you have a valve you crack right here. These are old ones. I used to store them 3 high, but they always crack in the corner. See how this one's starting to collapse down here? These are not durable. You cannot woolly these around and drop them downstairs and carry them in your bed of your truck. Even if you strap these in the bed of your truck, you're eventually going to break the corners. These, and there's a couple companies that make these, including Spectre, these are military water cans. You can buy them for close to the same price if you look around. These are about 20 bucks at Walmart. You can buy a couple of them every time you go to Walmart. They stack up. These, you got to get from surplus. You really want to buy them brand new. You can actually buy these at Lowe's. They have black, tan, and OD green. I have a video from forever ago when GoPros first came out. We drove over these with my Super Duty. These are super durable. You can throw these out going 60 miles an hour down the highway, and the motherfucker's going to bounce up and go through somebody's windshield. You're not going to purge the container. And they do make a big tripod thing and spouts and all kinds of shit for them. I would tell you to have both. 5 gallons is manageable. If these were in the basement, your wife can, carry them upstairs. Your kids can probably carry them upstairs. From here, you're going to go to a syrup container. It looks like a 55-gallon drum, but it holds 13 gallons. I like to store kerosene in those. You can buy those off Marketplace. 55-gallon drums are good too. You can still toss them sideways and roll them if you have to. And then from there, you're going to go to IBC totes. IBC totes are between 250 and 350 gallons. You can't move them once they're full unless you have a skid steer or a forklift or a tractor with forks. I do. We'll go look at those. Let me go. I'll show you the IBC totes. Is that a little bit of info to think about? From there, you're gonna go up to Lowe's. At least Lowe's here in Tennessee sells black poly tanks, and Lowe's has them 500 gallons, 1,000, 1,500, up to like 2,500 gallons. Any of those tanks, for the most part, they're gonna have the same footprint. So more gallons just goes vertical. On the edge of this building, I can put a 4,000 gallon water tank and still be downhill a couple inches from the downspout. So I can catch the water off of the building into the tank, and then I can plumb that tank, so once it's filled, excess water runs through that tank and then terminates in my pond in the back the way it does now. If this dies, it'll come on in a second here. You can see there's a 300 and a 325, I think is what these two tanks here are. They're full of water right out of the hose, which means they're treated with chlorine. And it used to be that you buy the Webstaurant Plus free for 30 days. Wow. Order me some 5-gallon buckets of molasses and bring them to the party. Military ones look awesome. Exactly what I was. Yeah, Lowe's has them. I saw them on clearance several times at Lowe's. Go on Lowe's.com and just look up military water can. Under normal circumstances, your average household uses 180 gallons per day. Yeah, at least. that's like 5-10 minute showers, if that. Used to hike 15 miles every week, minimum 3 liters, often more. The chimney witch is wild. She is. Yeah, she is wild. Just bought a chest rig from you. First purchase from Special Opera. Thank you, man. Which one did you get, bud? With your question, man, does that give you the info? Can Angie make molasses cookies? I was telling Brandel today, because we were out there knocking peaches off the peach tree. I said we should do a weekly video series with Amish Angie. Tips and tricks for homesteading from Amish Angie. That actually, you should start that. I don't need to do it. 8 mag, nice. You're gonna love it. Did you get the multicam one? Sweet, thanks. Stacked 2 IBC totes, plumbed in line between them with filters, top and feed off the bottom. Right, awesome. Yeah, you can stack those IBCs up. You just have to have the equipment to move them. Game changer. If you have a skid steer, you'll use that thing every day if you have a homestead. Scepter 5 gallon on sale, 43 tractors. There we go. There it is, guys. And then the question too, like, you're not supposed to store fuel in your garage in the city, right? I had hundreds of gallons in 5-gallon cans. It's easy to move around. You're not going to really have bulk fuel storage at your townhouse or, you know, in the city. Not without somebody knowing, and there'll be somebody there to write you a ticket and take it away from you. So 5 gallons is the way to do that. You can go and buy 5-gallon extra gas every time you go. Gonna try to find the scepter cans. Yeah, right on. Tractor Supply. They'll ship them to you. TractorSupply.com. Don't put the cat on the live. The cat will kill the live. Maybe. Steal your breath while you're sleeping. And if we're talking water, you should be, catching water off of your storage, off your drains also. Pipe your drain into a 55, 70-gallon trash can or whatever whatever you have. And then from there, you can have a spout coming out of that tank so that it runs wherever your normal downspouts run. But that way it fills that tank. You have 55 gallons sitting there if you ever need it. If I die in my sleep, my cat's definitely going to eat you. Real water storage answer is drill a well. A lot of people can't. You ain't drilling a well in California. And I know, get out of California. I did. But you're not drilling a fucking well in California. Just like you're not putting in anything that burns wood in California. Live in a townhouse in an HOA. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. There's what I'm talking about. So townhouse in your HOA. You could put an IBC tote at the front of your garage. Take the downspout where it comes down outside. Cut it, pipe it inside. And then from that tank, pipe that tank back outside. They'll never know that there's a cut in filling that thing up. Or just take your IBC tote, put it in your garage, fill it up with your hose, cap it off, and now you got 300 gallons in the corner of the garage that nobody knows is there. And if you ever need it, you have it. Getting close to 80 5-gallon gas cans, had to buy a new storage shed. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I need a storage shed just to hold my propane tanks. Bass Pro Shop, 5-gallon Spectre, 24. Oh, that's a fucking great price right there, Patrick. Good find. They're going to jack you on shipping? We live in a rainforest, so lots of found water close to the surface. Yep. Do you know anybody that drinks Arizona iced tea? Surely you do. Go to a church and find somebody that drinks Arizona iced tea. It'll be the fat guy. Those containers are great for holding water. They are super comfortable on the hand. 1 liter, 2 liter soda bottles. You can take 2 liter soda bottles and set them on the side and stack them up in a cradle, just like you stack firewood. John needs 500-gallon bill of propane. Yeah, I do. I do. Or 1,000. I drink Arizona green tea. I'm fat. There we go. See? I told you. You're fat less. You're half the size you were, motherfucker. Hey, my van did some weird shit again, Jason. I got all the way to the